Bennett punches him out the way. He does it a second time. Bennett relegated to the back of the group, giving the win to Pascal Ackermann.
Welcome to stage 10 of La Vuelta 20. We're at the halfway stage of this 75th edition, and today is a relatively straightforward day before a couple of cracking mountain stages on the weekend. The final is tough though. It should suit the punchers rather than the outright sprinters. Well, once again, the peloton made a pretty rapid start, clipping along at over 43 kilometres an hour during the first 2 hours of racing. A group of 4 riders eventually pulled away, and the pack were happy to let them eke out a significant advantage, the biggest of this Vuelta so far. It was up to 11 minutes and 40 seconds with 130 kilometres still to go. Up at the front then, Jonathan Lastre from Caja Rural, Brent Van Moor from Lotto Soudal, Alexander Molenaar from Burgos BH and Pim Lichtart from Total Direct Energy. All well off the pace overall. Now various teams getting involved in the chase, hoping to land a stage win before a busy weekend of GC action, to Koenig Quickstep and Mitchelton Scott in particular. The gap shrinking to around 8 minutes with 100k remaining. And as the day wore on, it became clear that the peloton wanted to bring them back. But it was still going to be a big ask for sprinters like Sam Bennett, with a real kick up to the finish line in Suances. And speaking of Bennett, he was struggling on the day's minor climbs. The Irishman out for revenge after being relegated in yesterday's sprint, but he was fighting tooth and nail just to stay in the peloton. Mitchelton Scott still driving the bunch for Dion Smith and Robert Stannard, and the gap now under 3 minutes. Into the final 30k and game over for Bennett, who was finally dropped. It would soon be game over for the breakaway as well, this one heading for a grandstand finish. The peloton closing in with 15k to go, although Jonathan Lastre wasn't quite ready to sit up. And when the Spaniard was finally caught, a couple of riders tried their luck solo. Willie Smith, who's been very active on this Vuelta, followed by Remy Cavagna and Ivo Oliveira, but none of them were able to stay away. All together again with 3.5k to go, and the overall favourites were starting to flex their muscles. Guillaume Martin, the king of the mountains, going for it inside the final kilometre, but he was powerless to stop the green rocket that is Primož Roglič.
Roglič now kicks, looking for the hat-trick of wins. Primož Roglič looking for another 10-second time bonus, and it's going to be on the line, a hat-trick. Roglič wins the stage.
Well, Primož Roglič making it a hat-trick of wins at this Vuelta. The defending champion also picking up vital bonus seconds on the finish line. The Slovenian champion is into double figures for Grand Tour stage wins, and he is looking on ominous form ahead of the weekend.
Great to win the stage, and definitely also great to take the lead back. I think for our team doesn't really change much in terms of approaching now the next 2 days. We saw we have a strong team also in the mountains, and yeah, we just need to do our best, and at the end we see how it goes.
Roglič taking his 10th win of the season ahead of Felix Großschartner, Andrea Baggioli and Alex Aranburu. Dan Martin and Jasper Philipsen inside the top 10, but Richard Carapaz lost 3 seconds, and that turned out to be rather significant, because with his 10-second time bonus, Roglič has recovered the red jersey. He and Carapaz locked on the same time, 25 seconds clear of Dan Martin. Roglič also has a commanding lead in the green jersey standings, 46 points clear of Carapaz. There were only a few points on offer today in the mountains classification, so Guillaume Martin still leads there from Sepp Kuss and Carapaz, and Enric Mas doesn't look in any danger of losing the white jersey for the best young rider. Tomorrow it's really going to kick off in the GC with 4 Category 1 climbs to cover, including a summit finish on the Alto de la Farapona, so expect a big shake-up overall.